all been looking forward to. And, we are so delighted to have Mr. Varghese Alukkas with us. He's come all the way from Kerala to join us here today. And Mr. Hari, who's also accompanied him. And, they run retail chain by the name of Jos Alukkas, which is now 60 stores. Congratulations on that. And over the next few minutes, we are going to talk with Mr. Alukkas about how they have built their business as a family-oriented, as a family outfit, as a family business outfit to a complete chain, and how they're growing this business. So thank you very much for joining us here today, sir. And, let me start by asking you this, that, jewelry has been a family business always. In India, that is where it is. And even for a consumer, even for a customer, the minute they buy the jewelry, they stop being a customer and they become a custodian of the gold that you were holding to them now as holding that gold. So, how have you sort of done this transgression of moving away from, I would not say away, but really moving from a family business into a corporate business, and how difficult or how challenging it has been to be able to build the systems, the processes that are required to manage a large chain.
Good evening, everyone.
May I request everyone to please settle down?
Yeah, myself, Varghese Alukkas, Managing Director. We are a jewelers who started from 1964, and I'm a third generation of Alukkas. And it was in 1964 in a small town called Thrissur. The jewelry started with one store, single store, and under the grandfather who started it, and his 5 sons continued the legacy. And in 2001, each brothers have been divided into different identity, like Jos Alukkas, and the rest other brothers have made their own name, like Joy Alukkas, Francis Alukkas. All the brothers have got separated in the year of 2001. And from a family jeweler, we have been following the legacy which have been learned from my father and my brothers in the year from 92, 93. Where other days the jewelry business was flourishing, and a lot of business happening in all over the country, and there was no much of organized way things are not happening. And from a family business now, from the year 2020, after the demonetization and after the GST implementation, things have changed a lot. People have started following up the way, doing in computerized way to get all these things done, like centralized purchasing and standardizing the process, having a good team, scaling up the team members. And again, this BIS hallmark has given a confidence among the customers to get the quality sure that what they buy, then this certification of gold, diamonds, all have been followed for a more customer confidences. And from earlier family business where only family members only control and they're buying, selling or doing all things, now slowly we have added more team members into each department directions, and like standardizing a lot of ways of like buying the product, costing the product, quality checking, then marketing activities, accounting. All these have been brought up with the professionals and all that. So now it is like not very easier like earlier days. The businesses are, everyone knows the gold prices which is going very up, down and all that. So we'll have to understand what is the customer requirements, consumers' behavior of buying. So on that we have to make our vendors or manufacturers to make the product which is into a price-centric and what you call design-centric and all that. So there are a lot of changes have happened from last 10 years if you look into, where the family members only overall give a control, but the rest of the team members may take care of how things to happen.
And while you have gone into this journey of building a chain, what were the learnings that you took from other markets like Middle East, markets like Europe or USA, where this business was beyond a family business for many years? So, what were the learnings that you saw internationally that you brought to the jewelry business out here, jewelry retail business out here in India?
The Indian jewelry business was controlled entirely by, as I mentioned, by family members who do things as their knowledge and their understanding. But things have gone changed. Like where internationally, more and more professionals have been included in the system. More and more scaling up with the team members. All these changes have been introduced, and we see a lot of changes in the behavior of the customers who are coming with their knowledge, understanding the product from the social media or comparing the prices, knowing the product. All these things have changed a lot. So dependingly, we also change from the side how we operate. So Mr. Hari.
The group is very ambitious. We are very ambitious in terms of growth, in terms of expansion. And since the industry is becoming very dynamic, it's essential that the group must also change accordingly and have modern management systems and practices in place. So what they first did is that they ensured that they had a proper management setup in terms of managing the business. Because the brothers alone, which they could do it earlier all by themselves, but then they brought in professionals to head supply chain, to head finance, to head HR, things like that, which actually gave the message out into the world that this company is evolving, it's changing, the dynamics within the company is also changing. As you grow, you need to take care of both your quality of your product as well as your people. Both these factors are very essential for growth. So they put in all kinds of standards which are essential for quality checks. At the same time, also ensuring that the kind of people that we were actually employing were also fit for this business. So training became a very imperative part of this business. Earlier training was not really a focus. But today training is, we invest a huge amount of investment in training. Because when you want to sell diamond, like what you would have heard since morning, all these dwellers that came in, you can't just sell diamond like what it was before. You need to know the carat, you need to know the transparency, you need to know where it is manufactured. There has to be a story for every jewelry. Now that story is what we have to conceive internally, and we have to train these sales force accordingly. So that's a kind of effort that's going in now to make this a very modern management-oriented company.
Let me ask you this question on the consumer side also, that obviously with you and your family business, you've seen multiple generations of family buyers buying gold jewelry, from you. But what has changed in the last decade, particularly let's say between 2016 and 2026? What has been the key changes that you've noticed in consumer behavior when it comes to buying jewelry, and how did you sort of then address these changing needs of the consumer at Jos Alukkas stores?
Like when you say 10 years back, customers are not very much aware of this, what you call the purity or the diamond certification. All these are not known very much to the customers. Like whatever the salespeople give the information is what they are known. Present days, all these are being searched in the online, seen the price, product, quality, the diamonds, what is it, whether VVS, AF, quality or size, shape, all these being learned before they come into the store. And once they come into the store, they wanted to wear it and feel by knowing the earlier days, it was not that information was not so much, it was not so transparent. So things have changed a lot, that customers all are very aware of this product, pricing, the buybacks, the cash value and all that. So that makes more effort for the jeweler to be very clear on the product, very transparent, and the quality, what you give after sales, services and all that. So that is the difference. In earlier days, that thing was not so clear it is.
Yeah, well, what used to happen conventionally is that when you go to return old gold, probably they would just melt it and tell you this is what it is. But today, it goes through an analyzer process. So when it's in the analyzer, it will tell you how much of pure gold is there in it. And they would like to see that report, which says what is the percentage of gold, what is the percentage of iridium, what's the percentage of copper. They would like to see that. And the software itself actually does a valuation based on that segmentation. So consumers are aware. So we had to also change accordingly. We have analyzers in all our showrooms right now. That's a very important aspect, for to gain trust of the consumer. That's what we have also implemented.
So, I was actually going to come down to my next question, which was on, how we are, sustainability has become a big piece in the entire businesses today. And, every business is required to be sustainable. And then government is doing a lot of work towards, buyback of jewelry. People, they're requesting women to sell their gold. So, how are you synergistically sort of with whatever the policies government is implementing, how are you implementing those policies at your stores in some way? And then buyback is also not something new, right? It's always been happening in gold.
The government actually has told consumers don't buy gold.
No, they sell your gold. Gold
Buy
loans
new
are
gold is
there.
what they said. So,
Or you are the buyers.
we lost all our buyers in the process. So what happened is that everything changed in the last 1 or 2 years. Everything completely changed. The war came in, the prices skyrocketed. Your prime minister comes and tells, "Don't buy gold." Now we got to be creative. There is no other option for us. This is the time when the industry needs to change the way they look at the business. So innovation would be required. Creativity would be a challenge. So old gold was the only option for us. And in old gold, earlier, what used to happen is, if it was our own gold, there was no depreciation. If it was somebody else's gold, there would be depreciation because you wouldn't know what the quality of it is. You have a lot of people coming and bringing 25 years old gold, 40 years old gold. Their grandparents had kept the gold in lockers. So they come and now this is the time, the price has gone up, so let's just encash it. You don't know what it is. So you need to analyze it and then probably give them cash or sell them new gold. Now, today's transactions, roughly 80% is all old gold that is coming in. So we can't be just doing a business which Muthoot Finance or somebody else is doing, We need to sell our gold. That's why we have a showroom of 4,500 square feet, stocked with the best pieces. So we had, this again is where the salesmen are going through a very crucial time, where they need to convince people to buy gold, even with their old gold, buy new designs, creative designs. End of the day, what happens is you might give back 10 grams or you might give back 10 kilos. You might buy only about 1 kilo or 2 kilo and the rest of it is cash. So all these are challenges which we are actually facing today, and we need to bring our staff, we need to bring our showroom staff abreast of all these changes.
After this hike in the gold price, there are a lot of exchange of old gold jewelry, where customers only need to pay the making charges and bring their old gold jewelry. So the percentage of old gold jewelry, which was earlier 30-35%, has shot up to more than 65 to 70%. Thinking that the price is not stable or the price may fall, people don't want to buy in a new price. They are only exchanging with their old gold jewelry to new jewelry. Even jewelers are publishing that you can bring your old gold jewelry, why not change it? That is nation first. Our Prime Minister clearly mentioned not to bring again this gold into the country where the dollar prices are going down and all that. So these are all things we have to make the customer to come back to the jewelry rather than increasing the price, decreasing the price, which make the customer to move away from the store.